The logistics of feeding millions at America's most massive state fair food festivals. The first sign that something is wrong isn't the empty food stand. It isn't the angry crowd. It isn't even the vendor running out of brisket. It begins hundreds of miles away, in the darkness of a highway at 2 o'clock in the morning, when a refrigerated truck carrying 20,000 pounds of meat suddenly stops moving. In that moment, almost nobody at the fair knows disaster has already started. Yet within hours, one broken refrigeration unit could trigger a chain reaction capable of starving thousands of customers, costing vendors millions of dollars, and throwing one of America's largest food festivals into complete logistical chaos. Because behind every deep-fried Oreo, smoked brisket sandwich, turkey leg, funnel cake, and corn dog lies an industrial machine so enormous that most visitors never realize it exists. And today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden operation that feeds millions of people at America's most massive state fair food festivals. Every year, state fairs transform into temporary food cities. For a few weeks, empty fairgrounds become some of the busiest food production zones in the nation. The numbers are almost impossible to comprehend. Tens of thousands of deep-fried Oreos disappear in a single day. Entire truckloads of potatoes become French fries before sunset. Mountains of brisket are smoked around the clock. Vendors sell more food in 2 weeks than some restaurants sell in an entire year. Yet what visitors see is only the final stage of an operation that begins months before the gates even open. Long before the first customer arrives, planners are already solving a puzzle with thousands of moving pieces. Every pound of meat, every gallon of cooking oil, every bag of flour, every frozen dessert, every soft drink, and every disposable tray must arrive at exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Too much inventory creates spoilage. Too little inventory creates shortages. One small forecasting mistake can ripple through the entire system. And this is where the first hidden challenge emerges. Nobody actually knows how much food people will buy. Weather can completely alter demand. A cool day might reduce beverage sales by tens of thousands of dollars. A heat wave can cause ice supplies to disappear within hours. A major concert on fairgrounds can suddenly flood food courts with unexpected crowds. Even a viral TikTok video can send thousands of visitors rushing toward one vendor overnight. So organizers rely on massive forecasting systems. Historical attendance data, weather models, tourism projections, ticket sales, event schedules, and real-time purchasing trends are analyzed months in advance. Entire supply chains are built around predictions that must be accurate enough to prevent catastrophe but flexible enough to handle surprises. Because surprises always happen. Take the deep-fried Oreo. To visitors, it's a simple snack. 5 seconds after ordering, it's in their hands. But behind that snack is a supply network involving commercial bakeries, frozen distribution centers, trucking companies, warehouse operators, cooking oil suppliers, packaging manufacturers, and inventory coordinators. During peak periods, some vendors can sell thousands every hour. Every ingredient must continuously flow into the operation without interruption. And that flow depends on something most visitors never see: the cold chain. Hidden behind the colorful signs and carnival lights is a refrigerated ecosystem working 24 hours a day. Massive freezers store mountains of frozen products. Refrigerated trailers act as temporary warehouses. Temperature monitoring systems constantly track storage conditions. Backup generators wait silently in case power fails. Because when food leaves safe temperature ranges, the countdown begins. A refrigeration failure doesn't simply mean lost inventory. It means potential food safety risks, emergency inspections, vendor shutdowns, refund demands, and public relations disasters. Tens of thousands of pounds of food can become unusable in a matter of hours. Which is why many fairgrounds operate like miniature military supply bases. Throughout the night, while visitors sleep, another world awakens. Forklifts emerge from warehouses. Trucks roll through service entrances. Inventory teams race against the clock. Delivery schedules overlap with cleaning crews, maintenance teams, security operations, and preparation staff.
Network synchronized.
What appears quiet from the outside is actually one of the busiest periods of the entire day. This is the midnight restocking marathon. Imagine thousands of vendors all requiring fresh supplies before sunrise. Brisket, sausage, chicken, flour, sugar, ice cream, cooking oil, soda syrup, paper products, ice. Everything must be moved, counted, distributed, and stored before morning crowds arrive. And the clock is merciless. Every delay compounds downstream. A late truck delays unloading. Delayed unloading delays distribution. Delayed distribution leaves vendors waiting. Waiting vendors can't prepare food. Unprepared food creates longer lines. Longer lines reduce sales and frustrate customers. One delay becomes dozens. And then there is the brisket problem. Barbecue vendors face a challenge unlike almost any other food operation. Premium briskets require smoking times that can exceed 12 to 16 hours. If demand forecasts are wrong, there is no quick solution. You can't instantly create more brisket during lunch rush. The meat needed to start cooking yesterday. This forces operators into a constant balancing act between risk and reward. Prepare too much, and expensive inventory goes unsold. Prepare too little, and customers leave disappointed. Every decision involves thousands of dollars hanging in the balance. Yet brisket isn't even the most difficult product to manage. Ice may be. On hot summer days, ice becomes one of the most strategically important resources at any fair. It cools beverages, preserves ingredients, supports food safety compliance, maintains customer comfort, and demand can explode without warning. Some large festivals consume staggering amounts of ice daily. Entire trucks arrive carrying loads that vanish within hours. Logistics managers monitor inventory levels constantly because running out of ice doesn't just affect drinks. It threatens multiple systems simultaneously. And this brings us to one of the biggest misconceptions about food festivals. People assume the challenge is cooking food. It isn't. The challenge is movement.